Hello, this is Revelia, and I want to welcome you to this episode of Fearless Aging, where in every episode, my guests and we strive to offer you proven tips and strategies that you can implement immediately to greatly improve your overall health and well-being. So we're here to inspire you and empower you to become your best self so you can go out and make a bigger positive difference in the world. So, the title of today's episode is How to Be a Super Ager and the Benefits of Microlingual Nutritional Supplements. And our expert guest, his name is Ron Beckenfeld. He's a super ager, a health expert, and he's founder and president of Continental Vitamin Company.
Superior Source.
Superior Source. All right. Ron, thanks so much for being here.
My pleasure.
Yeah, again, I just want to tell our audience, there's not too many people like myself and you are in our 80s that are really living agelessly and doing really good, well and being a good example for others. So I'm really happy to connect with you and have you on the show.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate you. So let's begin. I'm reading your bio here, and it says that you were always into fitness and you wanted to stay healthy. So, we'll talk about your vitamin company after a while, but at such a young age, tell us how you decided that you just wanted to always be fit and healthy all your life.
I just something I gravitated towards. To be honest with you, probably when I was about 10 years old, I was at one of these old-fashioned news magazines where these have the muscle magazines. And I'd be looking through them, and I wanted to be like that. And this guy comes over to me, put that damn thing down. You'll never look like that. Not to this day. And you're talking 70 years ago.
Yeah.
Remember it.
Charles Atlas. Remember Charles Atlas?
Oh, yeah. And I've always been into fitness, and I've been actually weight training since I'm 15 years old consistently.
Well, why do you think you had that idea that you wanted to do that and get in good shape and
I was
away
always
from you?
I was 103 pounds in 11th
Oh,
grade, '03.
oh,
Then I started where I went up to over 200 pounds in about 3 or 4 years.
wow.
I was they used to call me Boney Beck. Yeah, I was like really, 5'9" and 103 pounds.
Wow.
I always wanted to, I admired that. Looking back when I started, it wasn't the super large guys. It was more like a Jack LaLanne look or Steve Reeves look, where they were a little more reasonable.
Right.
Monsters you see now. I mean,
Yeah, that's
things
crazy.
have changed. The supplements, the drugs,
Yeah.
and the training's pretty much stayed till machines came in. Pretty much about the same.
Yeah. Well, tell us again. I'm always curious. Why someone like yourself is so motivated and realizing the importance, because we're not taught as young kids, how important our bodies are, how important it is to get fit and stay healthy and have lots of energy.
Well, the real key is, you don't need a ton of exercise. The key is really at the dinner table. Is where the real
Hmm.
game is at.
That's right.
It's really at the dinner table, and what you put in your mouth. You need rest. You need some exercise. Even 40 minutes is more than enough if you can get a good intense workout. But
Hmm.
eating the proper foods, and then now these days they can make cardboard taste good. When I first started, the protein powders,
Yeah.
they're horrendous. Now, I mean, I have 2 protein drinks a day plus 3 meals,
Hmm.
and the quality of the food is improved. When I first started, the nutrition label wasn't even around.
Hmm.
People, as they get more knowledgeable and stuff now, which is very important, especially with factory foods or packaged foods. I call them factory foods. You
Yeah.
got to learn how to read a label, and most people don't know how to read a label with the serving sizes and everything. They'll say a serving size, is so much, but it's a small package. It's 3 servings. You eat the whole thing. So instead of 100 calories, you're getting 300 or 400 calories.
Yeah.
That's very important. And when you rest, keep moving. You don't have to kill yourself. And another thing is real important as you get older is your testosterone levels.
Hmm.
People don't talk about it, but that's part of it right there.
Yeah, it's a big. Well, tell us a little bit about your regime
Uh,
that you've been doing. Tell us how you kind of evolved. At first, I'm sure you were lifting heavier weights when you were younger, in your 20s, and
yeah,
I see.
heavy weights won't necessarily injure you. People don't understand when you train all the time. and you're training hard, you get what's called inflammation, and you will get injured from that. I know guys that lift tremendous heavy weights, but they only do it once a week.
Hmm.
So they're not going to the gym 6 days a week and training and
Right.
leaving spent from the gym, and they don't recuperate properly, and they come back at it again. Let's say you're working your upper body, and then you come back and work your legs the next day. Your upper body still gets a workout. It's very important you get rest and you keep that inflammation away from when you're older. It'll keep the injuries away, which is critical.
Yeah, especially as we age, we need a lot more recovery time.
Critical. You need your
Yeah,
rest.
yeah,
Maybe even you get a little nap here and there. As you get older, you don't sleep quite as well. But the feeding it and resting it is really important, and don't overtrain. That's the biggest bugaboo. You get that mental
yeah.
high from that. Whether you're doing probably if you're pushing your own weight around, it'd be pretty hard to overtrain. But when you start using resistance training, the game changes a little bit.
Yeah, I think so many people are either undertraining or overtraining. It's kind of you got
I
to
think
really
you're
figure it
better
out.
off with the undertraining between you
Yeah,
with a very good eating and very good rest. And as you get older for a man, I mean, I go get my testosterone checked. I mean, that makes a difference in your bone mass. I mean, I believe you need collagen, keep
hmm,
your bone mass. Your bones go, your muscles go.
yeah, that's so important. And
I wouldn't get too dried out or lean. I try to get too lean. I mean, I can get shredded if I wanted to. I don't want to get too lean. I don't think it's healthy for me.
yeah,
But I still got a 30-inch waist, man. I've had that for my whole life.
wow, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, I've always been about 32 most of my life. That's pretty good. If you still got a 30-inch waist, then you look pretty.
Yeah, I'm a pretty good sized guy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm the type of person that I can work out. I just don't get, just my genes. I don't get big muscles, but
Um,
I'm strong, but I
you
don't put
can
on a
gain
lot.
muscle as you get older.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really, I think, firmly can believe you can gain muscle. Your skin might not hang in there, but you can gain some muscle.
yeah. No, you can, but I just don't get size. I just don't get
Hmm.
size.
Well, you probably do too much work. Too much work.
Yeah, yeah. I used to be a pretty hardcore cyclist. I used
Yeah, you burn a lot of calories there, and
yeah, yeah,
that'll give you injuries too. The constant repetitiveness, hour after hour. That's not good.
yeah.
I don't think it's the way to go.
So what would you say, because you're known as a super ager, so how would you define a super ager, and what does that really mean?
For me, I think you've been dedicated to taking care of yourself, and it's paid off through the years.
Mhm. Yeah,
I've never gone 2 years or a year without some exercise. And maybe I take every 6 or 8 weeks. I'll take a week off just to rest a little bit. And I'll still do some cardio. I get up in the morning at about 4 still, and I have a gym at home, and I will do some cardio there. I will do some stretching, about an hour and a half total. I'll
yeah.
eat breakfast. I still go to work. I'm at work right now while I'm talking to you.
Mhm.
Uh, and then a few days a week at the gym. Total of 4 days of lifting weights, no more than that. Uh, you can even get by and really well on three, because once you get a foundation, years and years of quality muscle on you, you don't need that much.
Yeah.
Especially if you get enough protein, I think you need if you're 200 pounds, you need 200 grams of protein.
So would you say that you've been pretty consistent all these years, ever since you
Absolutely.
started? Yeah,
Oh, without a question. Oh, yeah. That's the name of the game. Everything in life, you want to be successful, you got to be consistent and be disciplined.
yeah, that's the key. You don't have to beat yourself up, but you got
No.
to be consistent, and you got to find things that work for you, and
Do
suit
something you
your
like. Weight training is not for everybody. I think some resistance is good. If you can do it with your own body weight, just excellent.
right.
There's no problem. I don't believe in jogging too much. Too much pounding.
Exactly. Jogging's a waste of time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can get your cardio some other way without beating the hell out of yourself. It jars your whole body.
yeah,
I'm not a fan of playing golf either, because it's a one-sided torquing sport.
yeah. All racket
You're going
sports.
to lose your hips, shoulders, and you're going to lose everything if you do enough of that stuff.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah,
be smart as you're older. I've related. You buy a car, a brand new car, let's say, whatever it may be, and you don't take care of it. Sooner or later, when that car hits about 40 or 50,000 miles, you're going to have some problems. Same thing with your body. I think 40 years is where the break is.
mhm,
I think you have to really start paying attention to yourself. You don't have to be fanatical, but just learn how to read labels, get away from the processed food, and especially sugar. You can eat
mhm.
all you want, the fresh food. I only get about 1,800 calories a day and I ate 5 meals.
Yeah.
Like this morning, I had some egg whites, a little bit of rice, and some fruit. I just had a protein drink because I ate at 6. Maybe another protein drink, and I'll work out, and I'll have some lunch, chicken breast, salad. I eat a lot of this hummus, some Mediterranean type foods, and I eat all I want to eat. Nuts. You know.
But the key is not to eat too much at one time as well, right?
No, I spread it out.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, the protein drinks have really been a lifesaver for me. I mean, there's a total meal replacement, and I get full on them. So I'm getting 25, 30 grams of protein and a little over 100 calories. You just can't beat it.
Yeah.
I get all my roughage, my fresh fruits. I make sure I have a salad, fresh salad every day. Watch the salad dressings, read the labels.
Yeah.
You want to kill it with 500 calories of, you know,
Yeah.
that's just great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I mean, they make food so convenient, easy, and it's cheap enough for people. Everybody's going to live about the same, probably. You got the drugs that'll keep you alive. What's the quality of your life? Can
Yeah.
you be mentally and physically fit? You don't have to be just to be able to walk. Posture's everything in the world.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Very, very important to hold your posture, hold your bone mass. Doing through some, I think, supplementation of collagen. In fact, we make a product. It's called a beauty collagen with biotin, hyaluronic acid. We manufacture this.
Yeah.
To show you something more about our products, we have this called Superior Source Microlingual. Ours is the cleanest product on the market. This is it right here.
Yeah, that's so cool. Just put it in your mouth and it dissolves,
Right.
right?
It's clean. All we have is the active ingredients, a little acacia gum to hold it together, and some lactose to make it flow.
Okay. Hey, Ron, we're going to take a real short. I got a real short message. Then when we come back, we'll get into your. I'm really curious to how you were able to establish your company so young and all you've accomplished and all your products. We'll get into that when we come back from this short message.
Okay.
All right.
Now, in just 17 minutes, you can get and stay fit and look and feel your best for life. This will be a life-changing and life-saving experience for you. Yes, it's true. Scientific studies have shown the Fast Fit 17 system is the fastest way to achieve maximum results in the shortest amount of time. This is a true fitness breakthrough. This system was developed particularly for busy people over 40 who know they need and want to get into better shape and have more energy, but feel they don't have the time. Now, time is no longer an issue. We want everyone to take advantage of this fitness breakthrough. So, for a limited time, you can get the entire program for only $17. So don't miss out. Order now at fastfit17.com.
All right, we are back with Ron Beckenfeld. He's a super ager, and he's the founder and president of Superior Source Vitamin, a company. So, Ron, just before we get into it, I want to really learn about how you developed this company and your products and all the benefits of it. But I just wanted just to sum up what you were saying before we did the break. It's really about your health span, not really your lifespan. I mean, we all want to live as long as we can, but health span is what means how long can you stay as healthy and energetic. So that's the key. As long as we're alive, we want to be able to have energy and be healthy and be able to do whatever we want to do.
You hit it right on the head. No, it's excellently put. Everybody's going to live about the same, and you want to be dragging around, or you want to
Yeah.
have a little energy like you do, and you can feel it when
Yeah.
you talk to people. You can they're dead in their voice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you got the vibe,
Yeah.
and that's very important. And everybody can do it, and everybody can improve at every age. What's really important, we really didn't touch on too. You have a good supporting system, a wife, a girlfriend, whatever. Hey, gee, you're looking great, man. This and that. To encourage you a little bit, not beat you down. Especially the women, they have it so much harder than the guys. They got to be nurturers. They got to with the kids and yada yada. It goes on and on. So they can get maybe 20 or 30 minutes a day to themselves. Whatever exercise they want to do is good.
Yeah. Well, also, let's talk just a little bit more about aging well too, because it's also about how well your brain functions. It's really about having a purpose in your life and how to stay motivated to take care of yourself. So talk a little bit about that.
if you're not looking and feeling good, you can't do much of anything, man. I mean,
That's right.
it kind of beats you down, you know. I mean, you know, might be a little narcissist, but that's the way it is. If you're
Yeah.
looking good, and if you look good, you're going to have a positive attitude. You should, unless you got somebody beating you down.
Yeah.
But that's the way it should be. And you need a good support system. As
Yeah.
far as the way I started my business, I started out of the trunk of my car in 1969. Vitamin business was just burgeoning, and I would go around to the small health food stores and sell them. I had it made at a small lab. I'd go out and I hawked it out of the trunk of my car, and I got to know people. I got to know the business. I mean, it wasn't like you see the Sprouts and these Whole Foods and these type of places. They just weren't around. I mean,
Right.
they're strictly vitamin stores, which right now they're kind of disappearing. And then from there, my dad, I'm a first generation Hungarian. My parents from Hungary. And my dad pretty much gave his health for his wealth.
Yeah.
And he had some heart problems and having trouble swallowing pills. And he was taking these little nitroglycerin tablets.
Oh, yeah.
They're made on a special machine. They're not even available, the machines that come from the late 1900s. He said, son, could you make something like that? I was able to find some equipment like that and had it refurbished and rebuilt. And that's how I got into manufacturing in the 90s. I already been in business a long time.
Wow.
And then we started making this Superior Source microlingual, and it's been a steady growth constantly, just growing. We have about 100 employees, and we manufacture everything here, and everything we put in is first class. Everything gets lab coming in for purities and freshness and so on and so forth. It'll, meet label standards.
How did you first decide how important it was to take nutritional supplements?
I was around that world, and when I really started was back in like I said, the 60s, and I was going to a place called Gold's Gym in Venice. And I used to sell these bodybuilders, Louis Ferrigno,
Yeah.
Frank Zane. I used to get these liver tablets, and they would eat like 100 of them a day. These guys.
That's what Jack LaLanne did. He said that was his secret weapon with these big old liver tablets.
10-grain desiccated, defatted liver tablets. I used to sell them by the 10,000 at a time.
I mean, but they're hard to get down. I tried to get down like about 10 of them, and that's all I could handle. He said he used to take 40 or 50 of them, man.
Oh, yeah, it's horrid tasting.
Yeah,
And that, just the regular stuff. And the business just kept growing, and we increased the line and so on and so forth. Just, you stick to it, I just stuck to it the whole time.
Well, tell us about how your dad had Parkinson's and he had a hard time swallowing, so that's how you got the idea to create these
small tablets.
Microlingual, yeah.
Exactly.
So tell us, what is microlingual tablets?
It's a small tablet that will dissolve under your tongue or anywhere in your mouth. It's very.
What's all the benefits from that?
Well, we have 100 products.
Okay.
We can get it into your bloodstream.
Yeah, it's much more absorbable.
Basically, you're bypassing the digestion.
Yeah, it acts.
Only thing better is an injection.
Yeah. So are all your products microlingual?
Everything except for some powders I manufacture. This is brand new. We just came out with creatine and HMB. Oh. Creatine is probably one of the best, most steady supplement there is. So a lot of good information. It's used in the bodybuilding world. We put the HMB, which will keep you from getting sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is muscle loss.
Yeah.
We combine those two together, and we're really starting to push on this. I just had some with my protein drink. It doesn't.
Yeah, I got to start taking more. Well, also I can't quite remember, but I think creatine has some other benefits. I think it's actually really good, supports your brain health too.
Absolutely. You took the words out of my mouth. Yeah.
Yeah.
That, and we have a powder which I take myself before I work out. I put this in. Only time I drink coffee is when I go to the gym. So I put a little of this in with this keto protein, which is really good. Got 10 grams of collagen, some MCT fats, and it's
got some MCT oil in there too.
Yeah, oh yeah, and it really tastes good.
I'm going to have to try some of your products.
It goes into coffee, and it seems to work for me.
That's funny you say that, because I've never been a big much coffee drinker at all either. I just started a couple of years ago, and that's what I started doing. I started making. You remember when the guy came out, Dave Asprey came out with a bulletproof coffee, and so I started, getting some. I don't like caffeine. I don't need caffeine. I'm hyper enough as I am, So I just get some decaf. But then, yeah, I put some mushroom powder in there,
Oh yeah, you can't go
and then I
wrong.
put some collagen, some MCT oil. Maybe some, yeah, and then I put raw organic honey and a little bit of cream, and it's so good.
Oh yeah, and I drink with every meal. It's, with breakfast I always have some green tea or a little and I do it with chamomile. So I make
Oh
a
yeah,
bag of each in there. I do the same thing year after year, and it seems to work for me. And I eat a lot of real good fresh foods. That's the key.
yeah. That's
The key is fresh food.
yeah. I think it's always good to remind people that they're supplements because that's what they are. They're supplements.
Exactly.
You can't live on supplements. You got to get your whole foods as well.
Absolutely. It's just what they are, supplementation. And I'm in the business, but nothing beats the real food and rest and proper rest. And you can't keep the stress away.
But tell our audience a little bit about why it is so important though to get supplements because unless you have your own organic garden, you're preparing all your food. You
You know,
can't get what you need.
I'm going to plug a company, Walmart. They have the biggest. They sell more organic fruits and vegetables than anybody. Walmart, believe it or not.
Walmart does.
And the prices are good if there's a walnut next to you. Or
Yeah.
Trader Joe's is a great innovative
Yeah, I go
product.
to Trader Joe's and Sprouts.
I do a nice business with them. They're a fantastic company with very innovative, a lot of good products. They're nuts. I mean, I eat a lot of nuts. I buy the nuts there and mix them up, and handful of nuts. Sometime after you eat at night, you get the hungries, and you don't know, is it sugar or fat you're hungry? So I take the nuts. It usually curbs my appetite.
Yeah, that's better than sugar for sure.
Oh, sugar is a brutal.
Well, I mean, that's really a good tip. I mean, I go to Walmart once in a while, but I have never really checked out their produce and all that.
If you're watching your dollar, if you don't, you go to Whole Foods or one of those guys.
Yeah, Whole Foods is more. Yeah, Trader Joe's is pretty good.
Walmart's.
That's a really good, and Walmart's almost, even in a lot of smaller places where they don't have a good health food store, you can go to Walmart. That's really good information. I don't know why I never had really checked them out. So
They
we're going to do that.
have
Yeah,
a lot of organic. They got a lot. They're in business to sell whatever sells, and their
right.
prices are generally about 40% below your regular typical supermarket.
So your line of products, so you have over 100 products. So pretty much someone could get everything they need at your
D, C,
product. Yeah,
B12, D, sell an awful lot of vitamin D,
yeah.
from 1,000 to 10,000 strength, quite a bit of that. And mainly sold through Amazon or Walmart or through your local
Okay.
retailers.
So that's the brand name. Your brand name is Superior Source.
Correct, microlingual.
Okay.
Or you can get them off our website at cvcforhealth.com.
Yeah, we'll put that in the show description. We'll also put Superior Source. But if someone goes to, like, say, on Amazon or even
Oh,
say,
yeah.
a Walmart, they look for you want to look for Superior Source.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Microlingual tablets. That is so good. So we just got about a little over maybe about a minute and a half left or so. So I tell our audience, for someone who hasn't been taking very good care of their health and haven't been taking any really nutritional supplements very often, what would you recommend how they get started?
First thing I'd recommend to follow you.
Okay, thank you.
You go with your plan. Just keep moving, and it's never too late, and don't let anybody discourage you. You got to take that first step. Diets don't work.
Yeah,
You can find your balance and gradually lose a pound or two a week, and it's not a big deal. Don't make it a big deal.
right.
With this Ozempics and all that stuff. I mean, they're gonna. I'm not a fan of any of that.
Not at all.
There's a few people that have maybe an autoimmune disease or a thyroid problem. They can't get rid of the weight, but overall, you got to just make that first step and try to eat fresh food. You can eat all you want. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of carbohydrates. You need carbohydrates.
Exactly.
It's going to come out of a pasture. It's going to come something fresh you're going to eat.
Yeah, try and eat. I try to recommend people to eat more whole foods, real foods. Real food have a label. You don't have to read the label. Organic fruits and vegetables and some whole grains and nuts and seeds. And then some healthy animal products that are raised naturally as well.
Well, I think you're better off with a good piece of grass-fed beef than a chemical burger. You know, I
Absolutely.
call them chemical burgers. So,
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
not my deal.
Ron, we're just about out of time. Thank you
Hey,
so much. It was so good to connect with you, and
my
I
pleasure.
really appreciate what you're offering. And you and I are definitely exactly on the same page.
Absolutely.
We agree on it so much. Well, that's why we're
Yeah,
doing well. I think that's why we're aging well, aren't we?
doing our best, man. I mean, all you can do is keep soldiering on, man. And everybody's going to live about the same. Like I said, just be healthy where you feel vibrant, you got some energy, and you can go on and do your business. Work out, do whatever you want to do.
Absolutely. Well, thanks everybody for being here. If you like today's episode, tell your friends about the Fearless Aging TV show. Ron, thank you so much for being here. All right.
Okay, thank you, Rico.
Yeah, we're